This is Dabu7 with an earthquake update. As you guys can see here on the global incident map, we have had some recent activity offshore of the west coast and down here where the border of Mexico and the United States meet. This is just south of the Salton Sea region that I always talk about, where the San Andreas comes down here and starts to break apart just a little bit. And now we're seeing some swarming here in this region, here within the past couple hours. Now, this could be associated with what we're seeing happening up here. This is interesting because I talked about this region here recently several times in a couple different videos. Any of you that follow me on the daily, you will recall me talking about this exact spot, the Juan de Fuca plate that sits right here in this area, and it was hit by at least a 5.4 here within the past couple hours. Now, these used to really show the plate outline really good out through here, and you can kind of see this ridge line kind of barely make it out as it cuts down through here, right here. It looks like, once again, the swarming's happening right there on that ridge or on one of these cuts. Now, we have the Cascadia that runs down through here as well, and what this is doing is this is diving underneath the North American plate here, this whole subduction zone. And what they've said is they believe that there's hot magma or hot pieces of earth, so to speak, that's been crushed to pulp rising in certain areas. And interestingly enough, this is also giving some scientist proof that this may be what is feeding and what has fed Yellowstone for millions of years. And they actually put this into motion, showing how all these plates were sitting in different areas, and as of today, they're being crunched together in this region. And what this has done is it's pushed this track of molten earth that's been breaking apart from plates diving underneath to where it will plume up and start to form these volcanic regions, which it has. Look at this. We've got a 2.7 that just hit the map, and it's making me wonder how many other quakes have hit here in the last hour that have not showed up here. Now, we've got Hawaii continuing to swarm. We don't have any tsunami warnings for this series of quakes right now, but you can see off the coast of Oregon, an area we've been talking about because this area is moving westward. This is diving underneath. And we're just going to have to sit back and watch and see what happens here with this activity. So we've got swarming down here, swarming here, and we got some odd quakes popping up in Oregon after this. So if you see any other earthquake activity, I'll continue to update. It was just last night, Indonesia was hit with a decent quake. We could be in the realm of an uptick in earthquakes if this continues, especially. And this is one of those areas here recently I was talking about that has been quiet for a long time. So it does not surprise me that we're seeing some activity. Hopefully, this will be the most of it, and these will not be any foreshocks or anything else that comes of this. But we also have to remember that this whole area along Canada all the way up into here, it is now quiet, and Alaska is known for having its swarms like Southern California. I'd say it's still swarming. You're just not seeing all of the quakes listed because we have other swarms popping off. And of course, in the past, around the Ring of Fire, we've seen, after big quakes hit, areas like right here, strike, Guatemala, up into Mexico, down through here, and then Bolivia, Peru, and Chile, in this cut down here. Once it gets going, it can really start to set off some big-time quakes. As far as everything down the eastern side of the Ring of Fire, of course, we've got our susceptible spots of Japan, and out here where the ocean floor is breaking up near the Solomon Islands, Tonga. New Zealand's been quiet for a while. And we just had that big quake strike in Indonesia, very near a volcano. It was actually at the base of a volcano, an active volcano. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. But that is the latest here in terms of earthquake activity. Wanted to let it be known. Anyone out there that's in one of these areas that's prone to earthquakes, I hope you have a plan. I'll leave links below. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for the latest. This has been Dabu7. Peace.